Open social media and you will find the exact same pitch everywhere. Start a business in 2026 with less than $500. Quit your 9 to 5 and scale into an empire. The first part of that pitch is actually true. Entry is remarkably cheap. But taking a cheap idea and turning it into a highly profitable operation is difficult when you are restricted by limited time and capital. This chart maps out exactly what you are up against. On the vertical axis, we have your realistic profit margin and how easily the business can grow. On the horizontal axis, we measure the upfront effort and the actual skill barrier required to make it work. We analyzed the 10 most popular business models floating around right now, everything from mobile detailing to AI automation. But to actually understand them, we need to clear the board. We are throwing out the millionaire clickbait. No overnight success stories. We are evaluating these options strictly on the return they offer for the specific resources you put in. Success depends on choosing the specific form of effort you are willing to sustain to generate your profit margins. The first category is the sweat equity builders. This group includes mobile car detailing, pressure washing, home cleaning, pet services, and lawn care. The input here demands grueling physical labor. You are driving to locations, hauling equipment, and doing the manual work yourself. The immediate outcome is highly reliable cash flow. You are solving a visible, everyday problem in your local area, which means customers are willing to hand you money on day one. But the trade-off hits hard as soon as your schedule fills up. You cannot grow this business without taking on the complexity of interviewing, hiring, and managing a fleet of local employees. Back on our chart, you can see why. These models cluster tightly in the bottom left. The technical skill required is low, but the physical ceiling keeps the profit margins strictly moderate. Looking at the scorecard, this group wins on immediate cash flow, but lacks scalability and geographic freedom. You have to be where the dirty driveway is. The sweat equity path buys you a new job with immediate income, but your profit ceiling is capped by the number of daylight hours in your specific zip code. Contrast that with our second group, digital arbitrage. This covers digital marketing, content creation, and online print-on-demand stores. The required input shifts completely away from your muscles and towards your screen. You have to learn platform algorithms, manage digital suppliers, and master software. The upside is compelling. You hold zero physical inventory, you never ship a box, and you can operate the business from any Wi-Fi connection on the planet. The hidden cost is the timeline. You trade local ease for fierce global competition. Instead of a neighbor paying you today to mow their lawn, you might spend months posting content or running ads before you acquire a single paying customer. This chart plots them in the top right quadrant. The profit margin and scalability are high, but the skill and time barrier required to reach them is severe. The scorecard flips. You secure scalability and location independence, but this model often starves you of immediate cash flow. Digital arbitrage offers massive leverage over your time, assuming you have the financial runway to survive a long stretch of zero revenue. Our third category stands alone, the AI automation agency. This is the youngest, most discussed industry of the year. The input here is steep. You need technical mastery of emerging AI tools and the ability to integrate them into traditional business workflows. When it works, you save a client hundreds of manual hours. That tangible time saving allows you to charge premium, recurring monthly retainers while running an operation with virtually zero overhead. The friction comes when it is time to sell. You are pitching abstract digital efficiency to tech-averse traditional business owners who are often skeptical of new software. The chart puts the AI agency at the absolute extreme. It holds the highest peak for pure margin, sitting at the furthest edge of the skill barrier. This model demands high-level problem-solving, moving beyond simple task execution to redesign how a company actually functions. Profitability depends entirely on matching a model to your specific constraints and timeline. We built this decision matrix to map out exactly where you belong, based on your profile, what you should start, and what you need to avoid. First is the hustle-ready beginner. You have less than $500 to start, you have time on your weekends, and you need cash immediately to pay your bills. Your move is a physical service, pressure washing or detailing. You can hit $300 to $500 a day quickly. Avoid print on demand. It often drains a limited budget with ads before you see a return. Next is the remote scaler. You value geographic freedom over immediate speed, and you have 6 months of savings or a stable job to cover your living expenses. you should pursue content creation or digital marketing. Accept the reality of earning $0 for your first 90 days while you build a portfolio that will eventually secure remote, recurring retainers. Choosing a category that conflicts with your financial timeline is the #1 reason new entrepreneurs quit within their first year. The Tech-Forward Optimizer profile describes the hybrid model, a strategy that captures high margins by merging two distinct worlds. This concept involves taking a traditional, high-demand local service and supercharging it with AI software. The mechanics are straightforward. You acquire or start a blue-collar service, HVAC, commercial painting, or junk removal. Then you apply digital leverage. You integrate AI to automate customer communication, scheduling, dispatching, and invoicing. Your market advantage is massive. While competitors miss calls relying on manual scheduling, your system captures every lead instantly, dominating slow companies through digital efficiency. The trade-off for this advantage is the managerial burden. You are responsible for maintaining software systems while simultaneously managing labor in the field. Scalable wealth in 2026 comes from applying digital leverage to dominate high-demand physical markets. Choose your constraints, pick your model, and get to work.